I'm Yvette.
And I'm Jennifer Shelter.
And this is the place to talk about your dreams.
And act on them. Because this is where good stuff lives.
You said it.
Anyway, last week we had Kara Bradley and she's the author of On the Verge, her new book. And we did a meditation with Kara called Take 5. And I thought we would start with that today.
I'm ready. Are you?
I'm ready.
Okay.
So what you'll do, if you'd like, is just simply close your eyes or soften your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. And continue to take 5 deep breaths. And as you breathe, become present to your feeling of your hands, the length of your spine, the feeling of your feet on the earth, and the gratitude of being you today. Becoming present to all that is good in your life right now. Take one more nice deep breath. Exhale that breath. Inhaling a sense of your own goodness. Exhaling a sense of gratitude for this beautiful life. And open your eyes.
Yummy.
Yummy, I love it.
Absolutely yummy.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that feels centering right away. I just get relaxed and present. And from that place, I want to thank you all for your beautiful emails. We've received quite a few emails in response to our last video.
Oh,
and
thank
hello,
you.
how are you?
Mail.
We
Thanks
got
so
lots
much.
of mail.
Have a good day.
Have a
You
good day.
too.
Mail, man.
This is the real thing,
This
all
is
right.
the real thing.
And we figured we'd talk today about an email from Barb, our friend Barb. It's an awesome email.
Yes.
Barb, if you want to show her.
Why don't you read it first?
Okay.
Just
well,
tell people
Barb,
who she is and what it is.
she lives in the Pennsylvania area. Hi, Barb. She's in her 50s. She is a mother, and she designs kitchens. Very talented Barb.
We all need Barb.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
My kitchen needs redesigning.
Now, Barb responded to the video about tap shoes and the uncluttering of the basement and how I courageously did a little tap before I gave them away. And so this is what Barb has given away. And from what I understand, Barb, you have donated this item to your local thrift store. So
I'll show it and you'll read it, right?
now, Barb, go ahead, go show it. This is the moment.
Start with the
She
story.
was one of Miss Pat's twirlettes. Brava, look at that.
Say it
And
again.
this is what
Say
she
it
said.
again.
Miss Pat's
Twirlettes! Woo! Dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun,
it.
dun, dun,
Imagine the white tall boots. Mind you, this was a fire baton. She says, I twirled a fire baton at the parade. I would have liked to have seen that, Barb. And at the football games.
Woohoo!
I was the captain of the majorettes.
Woohoo!
Now, Barb is tall and graceful and beautiful, and it must have been very difficult to get rid of this, Barb. I'm sure it must have been hard because I'm sure you looked absolutely beautiful
Look
and
at
stunning in that.
The pantalones.
Oh, I love the white collar with the
Oh.
silver trim around the neck as well.
It's like a female Elvis outfit.
Does it still fit you, Barb? Did you try it on?
so awesome.
I would have loved to see you try this one on.
And I was just so curious about this item. One of the things that Yvette and I have talked about is that when we give away an item of clothing, part of it is so difficult is that we what we're really giving away, what we're afraid, at least myself, I'm afraid that the memory is going to go. So what I loved about this was that, and I was curious about your item, what was it like to wear? I mean, what did it smell like? Was it itchy? Did your mom, ever say like, "Oh, that's a pretty risque outfit," or was like, did you ever kiss a boy in this outfit? I mean, I really wanted to hear, like, even if you sat down, Barb, and wrote about it for 15 minutes and put yourself back, closed your eyes, and wrote out all the sensory details. What did you eat around that time? What was your favorite food? What did you like to listen to on the radio? Who was your boyfriend? What was going on in the world at that time? And just wrote for 15 minutes. I just think that that would be a great gift. If I was your writing teacher, and I know you're not asking for a writing teacher at this moment, but it's a great way to hold on to the memories that you'll always have.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I let go of my tap shoes, and she gave this to the thrift store. And I think that's a brilliant idea, because for many of us, we're afraid to get rid of those beautiful memories. I was talking to someone earlier today, and he was sharing with me that in his basement, it's filled with all his most beautiful memories. And so he loves to go in there and breathe in all the good stuff. And I would not encourage him necessarily to get rid of them. But what you're suggesting is so creative. It's like you're taking the past, a memory of the past, and getting rid of the physical part of it. But that physical part of it is kind of dead, right? I mean, unless you're going to be wearing it the following day. So you're taking something from the past and you're integrating it into now. And you're using your own creativity to bring it back to life. I love that, Jennifer.
Yeah.
I love that. And I would encourage anyone else who has written to us to please consider Jennifer's writing suggestion and write what's in your basement, something that has meaning to you that you might consider giving away. But before giving it away, tell a story about it. And that way, it stays forever, right?
Yeah, like a basic structure that I think is really helpful is if you just set a timer for 15 minutes or set your iPhone or even look at your watch and just say, I'm going to write every single memory I can think of, every single sense memory from that time for 15 minutes. Even if you write a list, like I used to eat Bugles, I had my first BO, I didn't know where to buy a razor.
I was scared my pubic hairs would be showing when I bent over.
Thank you, Yvette.
Oh, well, we're going to keep it real here.
I was afraid my pubic hairs were going to show. Yeah, if you just wrote out all those memories, it's super helpful. And it's actually quite funny. That's the other thing is that I think at least I go through a stage when I'm peeling back the layers or cleaning out where I can get sad about items. But I think it's really fun to actually mine what really was going on because it's usually quite funny.
And you'll probably be surprised at the things that come out. Like you might remember what you were eating right before.
Yes.
And writing, when we write, whether you think you're a good writer or not, I mean, do you need to be a prolific writer to do this?
No. It's more like fun.
Okay, so
you're fun.
So you're just sitting down, whatever comes out, it's going to be so sensory oriented, what you felt, feelings, smells. And instead of having this thing hanging up in the closet with a few holes in it,
exactly,
now you're left with something that you created right now. So it's integrating the past and bring it into the creative now. I love that.
And I was curious, Barb, what was it like to hold those rifles or the flaming?
It was
not rifles.
Fire. It was on fire.
Yeah, I mean, the smell
where did you learn
fire,
how to do that?
That is just a great.
Barb, I didn't know that.
Barb, it's just a fantastic story. So thank you for that joy. I can feel. That's the other thing that's wonderful about taking these items out and seeing that items in our life are really art. That this is a piece of art, and now you've shared it with me, and I consider now I have this piece of art, and I love it. So thanks for that. Next week, we're going to look at another subscriber, Carol Jean's story about her gremlin, and it has a very different tone to it. equally powerful but different tone.
Definitely a very courageous tone as she is going to introduce us to her first gremlin. And I was very moved reading it, so I'm going to look forward to us covering this in the next video.
Me too. I'm really looking forward to it. The other thing I think I walked away this week was the power of integrating a item of clothing or integrating the past and having it be present but letting it go simultaneously. That might sound a little complicated what I just said, but
no, I think what I'm hearing you say is, this idea of writing, whether I'm writing a song or just writing something down, you're taking a memory from the past that has meaning and you're doing something with it.
Yes.
Right? When we're talking about, let's talk about your dreams and act upon them. Acting upon something means doing something in the now. It's not just holding on to a memory from the past and kind of fantasizing and daydream. Then you're there, but what do you do with that? So I love this idea, Jennifer, of integrating the past into the now and acting upon it.
And I do think what you're saying is great because the acting upon it makes it art for everyone else to enjoy the story, because there's this, I don't know whether you experience this, but I certainly experience this. I feel like everybody has the internet and has iPhones, and it's all wonderful and good, but the fact is that we're such rich creatures. We have rich lives. I had no idea that Barb was
twirled a fire baton.
I mean, that's a little snippet of her movie that I didn't know about, and I think telling each other stories is so great, so much more interesting than just talking about, I don't know, gossip or something.
And you know
boring.
what? It's different than always being a voyeur and listening. Sometimes it's, we think it's more interesting to just listen to someone else's story, but then we each of us have our own untold stories to share. We have our own untold stories to share. Right?
Yes, we did, and that was a dragonfly who had a story to share.
So being creative might be weird for some people, but we would encourage you to step into that place of weirdness or of discomfort and see what kind of stories are waiting to be told.
Amen. I completely agree. I loved this week. Thank you, Barb, so much for your contribution. It was a great article of clothing and a great story.
So next week, we're going to be looking at a different kind of gremlin. And we can't thank you all enough for sharing all your thoughts, your responses. We need them, because after all, we are in this together. Trust your authenticity.
Trust your weirdness.
I love that.
It's where the good stuff lives.